Welcome, yogis. Nice to see you. Happy Sunday. Still a mask ordinance. Only you can exempt yourself within the four corners of your mat. Under this exemption, I'll be not wearing a mask. Welcome, yogis at home. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. If you'd like to use the playlist I sent you, we'll cue it up. It's called Yin 75-9. And press play in 3, 2, 1, play. Okay. As all of you know, and most of you know at home, classical yin practice, we're going to start with reclined butterfly. So, using what you have, of course, maybe your long pillow or bolster, maybe a rolled up large towel or blanket. You can place that vertically towards the narrow edge of your mat, just at the base of your seat. Good. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees nice and wide. Take a moment. Lift your chest, stack shoulders over hips. Linger here. A few deep breaths to initiate your arrival. Feel your body. Allow your seat to settle. Your outer knees to fall. Stay with this or option to recline back. Once you do, make sure your neck is supported, head and neck. If it's not, just squish something under the back of your head. If you like the front line of your neck stretched and it's not too much compression, you're welcome to let your head fall back. You can move your heels closer to your pubic area or further away to find a nice moderate level of sensation. And settle in. Full deep breaths. Allow each round of breath to carry with it any distraction, any collection of debris. Come into this moment in its perfection. And give your full weight to your mat. For these next moments, scan again and again from toes up your legs, into your hips, your abdomen, your chest, your shoulders, your neck, your jaw and palate, your eyes, your forehead, crown of your head. And return along the path which you came, back to toes. Repeat this over and over. Use your attention, your will to release buildup, to release tension. Let it all go. Let's take 3 rounds of breath together to seal this first shape. Inhale, expand your belly, your chest, your throat. Exhale, perhaps open mouth. Again, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All done. Palms to your outer thighs. Bring your knees back towards each other. And from here, take a few movements. It may feel good to pedal your legs, to give yourself a hug, perhaps even to find happy baby. If you're still laying on your prop, it's a good time to remove that. As you move in space, release any buildup in your jaw, your neck, your teeth and gums, space behind your eyes. Well done. Come back through reclined, then flip yourself over as gently as you can. We'll set up for Sphinx. Arms form an 11 or prayer hand. Bring your shoulders on or about above your elbows. Extend your legs behind you. Head up or chin to chest. If you have a block or multiple blocks, You're welcome to use those to support your forehead. One last option, you can elevate your forearms, deepen your back bend with a rolled up blanket or pillow. Reminder to play your edge safely, 2 to 5 on a scale to 10. Slightly dull, slightly achy, slightly bitter. A principle of this practice, it is time, not depth, in which we access the restorative and healing potential within the shapes. Keep your breath long, continue to scan for any gripping, any holding on. Focus on the simple concept of letting go any burdens, any anxiety, anything that is not this moment, this breath. Give the weight of your belly to your mat. And let your heart space fall forward and down between the pilings of your shoulder bones. As long as it is comfortable, keep your gaze inward. Travel your inner landscape. Just as we use the asana to physically release bound energy, stress, tension. Use your inner vision to sweep out the catacombs of your consciousness. Clear your energy. Maintain focus, attention. So although your body is restful, your mind is alert. What you choose to give your attention is your business. Remind yourself, the universe does not decipher right or wrong, good or bad. The energy of the universe follows your own attention. A gift and a challenge, free will. Choose wisely where to give the gift of focus. Stay with this. We're option to come to seal for these last few moments. If you'd like to do that, plant your palms at the top corners, wrists slightly externally rotated. Press the earth away. You can walk your wrist creases towards your hips for more depth, or away for less. Same option, head up or chin to chest. Soften your glutes, your legs, tops of your feet, tips of your toes. Breathe into your front line and your back line simultaneously. Let your heart break open wide. We'll take a full breath here. Inhale. Exhale, perhaps open mouth. Linger for your inhale. As you exhale, gently release through Sphinx if you're not already there. And then come to crocodile, stack palms, elbows wide for our resonance, our pause. You can bend your knees and windshield wiper if there's an excess of sensation in your low back. And give your full weight to your mat. Allow the potency of the asana to circulate. Palms to top ribs. Very gently make your way through a table. And if you have a blanket or towel, make a nice seat pad. Once or twice folded, it should be enough. And bring your seat to your pad. We'll set up for half caterpillar. Extend your right leg long and bring the sole of your left foot to your inner right thigh. And palms to your shin or knee. Linger here for a moment. Allow your seat to ground. Maybe flex your right toes a couple times. See if you can spread the back line of your leg into the earth. Make sure your pillow is within reach if you have one. You may like to set it up along your extended leg. As you inhale, lengthen your back. As you exhale, fold to a safe edge. You can bunch up your pillow. Give yourself space. You can also fold the tip of your pillow so your head is supported. Ideally in this shape, yes, your head is supported. However, if it's not, that's okay. Chin to chest. You're welcome to take hold of your front foot, outer edges, toes, bottom. But a reminder not to pull or use your arms or shoulders in any way to find depth. Ultimately, it's a place for your hands to rest. See if you can spread all the surfaces of your seat to touch the earth evenly. In addition, allow your left hip to stay soft. So really let the outer line of your left leg fall towards your mat. A very subtle sort of modification or invocation. Ever so gently press your hips back behind you and lengthen your spine and crown forward. Feel this separation along your waistline. In an effort to untangle your hip tissues and your low back tissue so that they can once again work in harmony. So that energy can flow effortless. Keep your focus narrow and pure. Remain anchored in this moment. If you find yourself drifting or distracted, simply return to your point of attention. Not unlike the practice of meditation. Your mind acute, alert, active. Your body soft, supple, relaxed. A reminder, if at any point throughout the holds you feel the need to adjust and or modify in an effort to play your edge consciously, please do so. Take a full breath together before we transition. Inhale. Exhale. Use your fingers like spiders. Walk them towards your waist and bring your torso to upright. Keep your chin heavy until your shoulders are stacked. We'll linger here. From here, palms behind you, You can pedal your legs forward and back. Roll out your ankles a bit, or windshield wiper. As most of you know, I love the windshield because you can roll out your neck a bit, undulate in your back. Separate your neck from your shoulders. When you feel complete, extend your left leg long, sole of your right foot to your inner thigh. Take a moment upright. And once again, maybe flex and bend your front foot. Spread the back line of your leg. In addition, spread all four corners of your seat. Set up your pillow or bolster, rolled up blanket. Pause as you inhale, long back. Exhale, fold slowly, mindfully. Make sure your head is supported. If not, for any reason, simply let your chin fall to chest. Circulate your breath through your tissues. Maintain a consistent rhythm in your breath, including length and depth. These types of postures for those of us that struggle with mobility and those of us who are hypermobile or hyperflexible. The same rings true. This is a progressive shape, meaning that the longer you rest within it, the more likely your tissues are to soften a bit more over time. So if you began at, say, a 4 out of 10, and maybe now you find a little less sensation, perhaps adjust. And this brings us back to attention, focus. Could be as simple as simply maintaining your edge, playing your edge, and adjusting throughout the hold to do just that. Or it could be something more complex, like opening doorways in your life, or letting go of aspects that have run their course. Could be a combination of the two. A reminder that once again, what you do with this time is up to you. But know that there are infinite opportunities to branch out into the diverse limbs of yoga. And like a stone falling into a body of water, as we integrate limbs that have nothing to do with shapes, with sweat, heat, upside down play, or any of the more or less asana related concepts, these ripples begin to vibrate and expose themselves in numerous areas of our experience. That is their purpose. A full breath. Inhale. Exhale. Once again, slowly walk your fingers towards your hips. Linger here. Release. Once again, option to pedal your legs or knees side to side. Alrighty, we'll build saddle now. And at least in my opinion, this is a pretty intense shape. So let's go through all of our possible options. First of all, we'll start here, kneeling, knees slightly wider than your hips, toes towards touch. Now, if right away this is at all painful in your knees, there's a couple options. First, you can roll up your blanket, place it on your ankles, and that may give you a little more softness in your feet and your knees. If still you notice pain or discomfort in your knees, you can bring your pillow between your hips and your heels. Now, if all you have is a pillow and a blanket, I would recommend using the blanket between your calves, or I should say, and seat. Why? Because we do have the option to recline. Now, if you're planning on reclining, place your pillow behind you just like we did in reclined butterfly. Long ways. And let's linger for a moment. Stack shoulders. Lift your chest forward and up. Roll your shoulder bones back. Allow your legs, your seat, your hips to settle. Stay with this, or start to walk your palms behind you. If you know you can go to full recline, that's great. Let's go through the stages. Even if it's just for one breath, start here. If you'd like to, you can take it further. Maybe come onto elbows or forearms. Those of you going this far, let your head fall back. And keep in mind that if you bring your knees a little wider than your hips, you may stay within a safe edge. Last option is to lay on your cushion fully and take any weight out of your arms. Now, if when you do this, your knees lift from your mat, you've gone too deep. But there's no pain or no harm in exploring the nature of this practice. Breathe along your front line. Allow your hips, your abdomen, your chest, your quads to spread with each round of breath. 6. Every thought is a seed. We are given the power to create. But it is our challenge, our adventure, to purify the mind through focus, through attention. Like a child, dance within the realms of your own imagination. And create your desires. Let the potency of this practice and the asana themselves energize, escalate the energy of your intention. Stay for a full breath. Inhale. Exhale. If you are reclined, gently walk yourself back to upright. Option to completely release yourself from this shape or linger here for just a moment. Now, rock forward, weight into your palms. Pedal your legs from a table, or if you'd like, you can go all the way to down dog and do that. Shake out your head a bit. Release, build up in your neck, your jaw, your palate. Good. And finish up, no rush. We'll meet in a table. Now we'll set up sleeping swan. Basically exactly the same as pigeon in your vinyasa practice. So bring your right knee to your wrist, heel to groin. I know there are other ways to take this shape, but considering that we're holding it for quite some time, I think heel to groin is much more sustainable. If you'd like to play your edge. Good. A moment, press the earth away. Arch your back slightly, allow your hips and groin to spread. Stay with this, or come closer to the earth. One nice option, especially if you're feeling extra cozy tonight, you can lay on your pillow or rolled up blanket. Check in with the back of your right hip in this case. If there's a lot of space between it and your mat, maybe place something under it. Your nervous system won't allow your hip to fully let go if it doesn't feel supported. Also notice if you're leaning to one side. See if you can level things out. It may help to slightly press your left hip flexor towards your mat. One last modification before you fully drop in. Maybe walk your fingers forward and lengthen your back, your arms, your shoulders. Then collapse everything towards your mat. Return again to the rhythm of your breath. as if you were an extension of the ocean herself. With your inhales, retreat, withdraw, coil in. And with your exhales, advance, spread, circulate. Allow the infinite cycle of your breath to entrance you. As you rest in the fullness of your own heart, unbound by attachment or aversion. Full breath. Inhale. Exhale. Fingers or palms to the earth as you inhale very slowly. Lift your chest. And we'll linger once again. Hips heavy. Slight arc in your spine. Now make your way once again through a table or down dog. You can pedal. You can take open hip movements. Ring out. Bathe in the resonance of the posture. Maintain acute awareness even in free movement. The same sustained focus that you seek to achieve within the asanas themselves. Good. Left side. Bring your left knee to your wrist once again. I always recommend heel to groin, but again, if you have something workable for you today in this practice, you go right ahead. We'll linger. Let your hips spread. Find length along your spine. Stay for your inhale. As you exhale, again, descend to your depth. Option to lay on your pillow. If you have a block, you can rest your head or simply bring your head to the mat. Chin to chest, also an option. Check in with your front knee. Make sure it's outside your hip slightly. Once again, before you fully incorporate the sleeping swan, walk your fingers forward. Lengthen your back, your arms, and your shoulders. And then yield. Within this spaciousness, I invite you to adventure, to explore the layers of your own being. To search for the treasures of the self. To indeed emote, to feel love, to feel gratitude, joy. It is one thing to focus on and attract that which we desire. It is yet another stage, another krama, to feel the presence of that desire already within you, to celebrate it, as if it was never separate from you. This emotion, this energy in motion, is a force of creation. Soften yet again your jaw, your palate, your neck, the space between your eyes, the crown of your head. Full breath with me. Inhale. Exhale. Fingers to the earth. Bring your torso upright ever so slowly. If you'd like to move on immediately, you're welcome to, or potentially linger here. Level out your hips. Broaden your heart. Now move to pedal from table or down dog. Ride the resonant wave, the afterglow of the asana. All right. We'll set up melting heart and come back to a table. Let's go through all the stages. There's several in this shape. For some, this is intense. For some, it's a breeze. So lots of options here. We'll start in the first krama, opposite elbows. You can nudge them forward and do your best to maintain, for the most part, hips over knees and forehead to your mat. First option. Second option is extend your arms, palms to the earth, maybe slightly wider than your shoulders, and still forehead to your mat. Another krama. You can, similar to how we did in Sphinx, use a pillow or rolled up blanket to elevate your arms a bit. Still, though, your forehead rests on your mat. Remember to play your edge. We will be here for a bit. Final option is to take reverse prayer. Bring your thumbs to the space behind your neck, elbows bent, and now nudge your elbow tips forward to lengthen the space behind your arms. Now we all have a slightly different shape to our back and our shoulders. So you can, if you'd like, play with the orientation of your hips. Rock them back slightly or forward to play your edge. However, this is not child's pose or embryo, so maybe try not to bring your hips all the way to your heels. With each round of breath, visualize your heart space expanding. In addition, allow your upper back, your shoulders, tops of your arms to soften. As I mentioned before, subtle variations, modifications, even movements are encouraged. As long as they come from a place of mindfulness, presence, a conscious playing of your edge. Always pause to ask yourself if it's an escape or again a conscious modification. Breathe and soften your abdomen, your sternum, the front line of your torso. Soften fingertips to toes and back again. Where is your focus now? Your attention. Perhaps you are simply empty, present, a vessel open to receive what serves your highest. That is also wonderful. And an invocation of the yogi mind. Anchored in the preciousness of this moment, free of desire. Full breath, inhale. Exhale. Slowly and with as little effort in your arms and shoulders as possible, make your way to a belly shavas. Come onto your right ear, arms along your side body. Let your heels fan out. If for any reason you feel a need to move your shoulders or arms, you're welcome to. Stay for your inhale. With your exhale, come onto your other ear. Allow the circulation of prana. Yield to this living practice. Make your way to Shavasana. If you'd like to bring your pillow or rolled up blanket under your knees, that may feel wonderful. Take a little pressure off your low back. You can also roll up a smaller towel or even large one and place it under your neck or back of your head. You can cover up if you're a little chilly. And take up space. And with the emptiness, the spaciousness with which you have created, invite the blessings of the universe to fill these spaces. you like some more time here in Shavasana, you're always welcome. Or begin to breathe a bit deeper. As you do, take gentle movements in your joints. Maybe turn your head side to side. Find a full body stretch. With your exhale, roll to either side of your mat. Find a fetal shape. Linger in the soma, the nectar of your integration this evening. Slowly a tall seat. Prayer hand. When you arrive, bow your head towards your fingers. A moment to seal your practice with your attention, your focus, your consciousness. Slowly inhale, thumbs to third eye. Exhale, bow. Namaste. Well done, yogis. Thank you very much. Take your time in your transition. If you have questions for me, I'm out front. Thank you, yogis at home, for joining us. Hope you can take it easy for the rest of the evening and get a restorative night's sleep.